for more. Yes, the album's war. I told you before, prepare for Mike fights and plus the Cold War. Prepare for Mike fights and plus the Cold War. Yes, 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 yes. We back in the building with another podcast vlog, and this is RDP. It's your man Ham 5000, man. It's been a minute since I tapped in, so I know they ain't gonna push me all in the algorithm and do the things that I need to do, but I'm not tripping off of that. Politics as usual, man. I got a few things on the chopping block, and one thing that I do have on the chopping block that I don't like is everybody been attacking Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Jay-Z this, Jay-Z that. You know what I mean? The Epstein files, of course, the president. Oh man, the kidnap of the it's just so much stuff going on in the industry, bro. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So much stuff going on in the industry. I can't even lie, bro. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man keeping it the G was good, man. I'm getting back into the rhythm, man. Just getting the crib together, man. I'm getting back into the rhythm and I'm going to chill, man. You know what I mean? But man, how y'all doing, man? How y'all doing, man? Hey, listen, man. Shout out to everybody that's gonna tap in and see this later for tapping into my last video. That was the interview. I'm back in the interview mode too in March too. I'm gonna deliver some more interviews. But like I said, man, I've been just going through some phases, man. I've been, moving. That's a tough process when you moving and shit. And outside of moving, bro, I just been, going through some, you know what I mean? Just a man, like I'm human, like I'm going through some stuff, but the content is never off the block. And you know what I'm saying? I gotta work hard for it. Shout out to my man, keeping it the G News, man. For man, I'm always in contact, bro. Be telling me what's going on with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, I'm just a little behind, and I had to catch up, but I'm catching up. I got the new space. This ain't gonna be the backdrop for it, but what's going on? But man, I gotta get busy like the Bunky dance. So one thing I don't like, man. Anybody that know me know I'm a hip hop guy. Okay, so when Jay Z, and that's why the title is "Everybody Hates Jay Z." I think people know I love hip hop, right? And I love hip hop, and my hip hop goats and legends, I'm a defend with an iron fist. If you see me looking down for a second, I'm actually sharing this live. Hype this video, do whatever we gotta do, man, to get this video in the Audi. You get what I'm saying? Now, some dudes might pull up, man. Kenny, I might dudes pull up, man. I'm gonna send a link out to a couple of my guys, but we gonna get into it. One thing that I copied the link. No, I didn't. One thing that for sure, and two things for certain. You know what I mean? Uh, what the hell? What they doing, boy? One thing for sure, and two things for certain is I'm a fan of Jay-Z, right? So when I seen Jay-Z name pop up in the Epstein file alongside another artist that I fuck with, Pusha T, it bothered me. And like I said, the Epstein file's supposed to be 6, 7, 8 million pages, 30 million pages, whatever. But out of the couple million pages that they read, they say this man came. Then I seen something about Jay-Z was cleared and all this stuff. And I say this to say this, right? I never think that people with their conspiracy theories are crazy. I'm not. I was a big fan of Professor Griff. If anybody that's tapping in now know anything about Professor Griff, early, like you know what I'm saying, I've been on this tip that is a world outside of the world. So I used to follow a lot of Professor Griff stuff. DVDs were great. He was Professor Griff was saying stuff about Diddy back then. He was saying that dudes was praising the devil. Professor Griff was saying different things, right? And he was saying it's a secret society. Then I went to prison after I was, watching Professor Griff. Then I went to prison. And I went to prison at a young age, 25, 26 years old. So when I went to prison, I learned really what the Illuminati was. Now I used to look at all these things and heard this, but it's a book out, and y'all can go find this book. It's called Illuminati 666. And there's another book called The Unseen Hand. When I got familiar with those books, I started understanding because a lot of words that we hear in the ghetto and a lot of things we hear, we don't know what they mean. You know what I mean? A lot of people just be talking to hear they self-talk. I just thought the Illuminati was just a bunch of rich white people that just made people do whatever they wanted to do for money. Nah, That's not what Illuminati is. That's not what the unseen hand is. Do the unseen hand have their hands in everything? Yes. And to blow on somebody pipe and lick a little pink eye ain't gonna get you ain't gonna get you amongst the elite. Let's just keep that real, bro. Like the elite Illuminati, people that's a part of the unseen hand. For one, you don't know who they are. Let's just keep that straight. You don't know who they are. And this is just me doing common research. You don't know who they are. And these are people that have been in power thousands of years. Thousands of years. Like these individuals have been in power thousands of years, what you call generational wealth over thousands of years. Now they own everything, and the stuff that these guys and girls be getting themselves into, they just getting tricked. Now understand this. What I'm trying to tell you is, it's two ways this thing goes in pimping, right? Either you could talk a trick out of it, or you gonna trick on a trick. And that's the way I feel like this industry is. Everybody think, if you think to bend over backwards, right? To give some sloppy top, but drop down to get your ego on, could make you rich forever. Man, there'd be so many people lining up to do it, bro. If it was that simple, you see rappers go broke, you see rappers get blackballed, you see artists, entertainers, you see everybody get effed over. If it was just that simple to go here and sacrifice a family member that you don't like, to go do something, do all this stuff that they say to do, a lot of people would be signing up. So I looked at the Diddy case, and I look at a lot of cases over the years, and I pay attention to this, right? I said, damn, dudes do wild stuff, but when it's these certain individuals of color do it, it's a whole big thing. Now I say, what would make people hate a man so much that they will want to put a man in something so nasty and disputing and degrading, is anything doing with disrespecting a woman or child. What's the word I'm looking for? Inappropriate acts with a child or a woman, man. You can't. I posted something on my Instagram. If y'all follow me on Raw Dope, it's just you can't protect the pedophile. You know what I'm saying? You can't protect nobody that's into vaping women or doing any of that wild nasty stuff. You can't protect them. When I look at Jay-Z, bro, I look at Jay-Z as a dude from the ghetto that made it in the streets and got in the industry. And I understand that the industry in life in basically the United States, it make mostly the world, is a cutthroat business. To get to the top, you have to step on a couple heads. You know what I mean? To be the best boxer, you got to knock off some heads. To be the best tennis player, you got to push that ball. You got to push that racket. To be the best, you got to beat the best. So I understand that the world was created off of cutthroat. The world was created off of backdoor deals. So we know Jay-Z to be a good businessman, but you heard rumors saying he didn't do this and he didn't do that. But when I heard him mentioned in the Epstein file, I said, "Damn, what did bro get to?" Now, and I know as a street dude, me just being from the streets and grew up as a street dude, you want to get to the highest level because you come from the projects, so you want to meet people who can make moves. I don't know what moves Jeffrey Epstein could make with Jay-Z. I'm not a rich guy. I'm not rich. I ain't been amongst the least. I don't know what happens when you got hundreds of $1 million, the type of people you hang around. I know if I had hundreds of $1 million, type of people that I would hang around. But I say, why is the media and people just crucifying want Jay-Z and Beyonce? They said, oh, Beyonce was on the Epstein file on the island. Okay, Epstein owns a nice private island in the middle of nowhere. I'm quite sure that tons of celebrities went to visit to hang out. If you go in the ghetto, right? This is what I wanted to say to the people. Like, if you go in the projects, right? It is so much stuff being done in the projects, the trailer park, and the back block. You ain't got nothing to do with it. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. So I can't say because bro was at the Epstein house, or bro was at this or that, or bro did this and that. Bro was engaging in that. My island is pretty big. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. But They said in one part of it that they said that the girl woke up and she was asleep and it woke up. Jay-Z was in there, but there was no proof that he had any, wild stuff that wild stuff doing. I don't believe it, bro. I just don't believe. I believe that certain weirdo dudes that are certain weirdos do certain weirdo stuff like Jeffrey Epstein. He does weirdo stuff. I just don't put that on Jay-Z. I don't put that on DMX. I don't put that on like the locks. I don't put that on Pusha T. I don't put that on certain dudes, bro. And like I said, I could be wrong. Don't shoot me in my face if I'm wrong, but I could be wrong. Once you get X amount of dollars, you run solo. I mean, you should, but once you get X amount of dollars, people come for the throne. And I know Jay Z to be just a good businessman over the years, and I don't know how what I mean anything else could why people want to see bro down bad so bad. That's why I don't understand that. I don't understand that to save my life, bro. I just don't understand that. So I said that I want to dig in the crates and find out what's going on. Why do everybody hate Jay Z? You know what I mean? Why everybody why everybody hate Jay Z, bro? What is the hatred in your heart for Jay Z? What did Jay Z do to you to make you hate Jay Z? I heard what Kanye was saying. Kanye got personal issues. Kanye could be right. Jaguar could be right, but Jaguar didn't come with no receipts. The last nigga Hagen around him. I don't know, bro, but I just say me. I'm not the person to jump in front of the gun and throw nobody under the gun, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not into that. I'm not into just throwing nobody under the gun because because I feel away. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what it is. Like I feel like when you're a black man and you get in power and you be in power for so long that people just think that they could just bitch you. You know what I mean? I real shit, bro. I think everything. Like first they said, "Oh, this girl said he assaulted her," and then they found out that wasn't true. You get what I'm saying? Oh, my father picked me up, and like, come on, bro. Like, what are we going to keep believing on our people? You get what I'm saying? I'm saying if Joe did some shit like that, he out of order. I ain't gonna lie to you. If he even involved in that shit, he out of order. Ain't nobody taking up for it, but I just don't believe that shit. Cause I don't believe that you get all this money and you just on that. You know what I mean? I don't believe that, bro. Just like Mike and them, bro. Like I don't believe Mike was doing that, bro. It's just like, come on, bro. You feel me? It's like, yo, I like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. We all human, bro. You know what I mean? And we all make mistakes, bro. We all human and we all make mistakes, bro. That's all I'm saying. We all know right from wrong. But to have whole name in people's mouth like that, it's just like crazy to me, bro. Like it's like, damn, bro. But like on the contrary or the respect thing, it's words of the land that I learned, man, of growing up in the ghetto. Your name shouldn't be in certain shit. Jay-Z name shouldn't be in this shit, but the media is so bad. And everybody like, oh, Jay-Z's Illuminati. Oh, this person's Illuminati. Man, Jay-Z ain't no fucking Illuminati. Jay-Z is no Illuminati, bro. Jay-Z don't even have enough money to be Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? $1 billion is a joke. Go over to Saudi Arabia, man. Go over, man. Look at Dubai, bro. Just go over in Dubai. Like, even forget Dubai. Like, go to Switzerland. Like, go to Nigeria, bro. You got some dudes that got some money, bro. Like, I'm talking about $1 billion. A dude can just wipe down $1 billion. You had them old rig dudes worth 70 and 80 billions. We're talking about a guy that's worth, a couple hundred, a couple hundred, close to a B or a little bit over a B. Like you just saying, oh man, this Marcy Project dude with dreadlocks just made it to the top that everybody in the world just, you know what I mean? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Do y'all really believe in y'all heart? Put it in the comment box. Do y'all really believe y'all from Baltimore? Do y'all really believe that Jay-Z, regardless if he was kicking it with these dudes and hollering at these dudes, you believe in your heart that Jay-Z was actually running around doing something to children? I just want y'all to know, do y'all really believe that Jay-Z walked in these sick people party? One thing I did say though, I used to say this back in the day. I do believe that let me get this right. I do believe that dudes be knowing good. Now that's what I do believe. I do believe that dudes be knowing what's up and be knowing certain dudes be going under the whistle and certain dudes be having this. Woo, 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 woo. I believe, you know what I'm saying? Dudes be knowing what's going on. Dudes turn the other cheeks to that. Real shit. If it ain't your business, you buy it. You know, I believe dudes. I believe some stories where dudes say, "Yo, we went into the executive office, and when we went into the office, bro was in. You know, we caught Joe doing that." I believe that. You know what I mean? I believe that. But when you say a follower, with a follower, right? Follow you. Now, a follower might follow somebody to do drugs, follow a dude on a lick or something. But with a follower, right? Be that ignorant to follow somebody when you know when you commit this crime, or you, even if you get away with it, nobody never see, you know, you got to answer to God one day. That's my thing. You know, you got to answer to God one day. You know, you gotta. So that's my thing. Like everything I ever did, bro. Like I'm Muslim, right? But I was raised up Christianity, bro. Like Christian, and to this day, Christianity plays a big part of my family, bro. Some of the stuff I don't believe in church. Some of the stuff it makes sense in church. You know what I mean? This ain't about to be a religious debate, right? What I learned is the difference is, you know, people used to play like I used to have a perception that, man, shit, long as you pray to God and ask God for forgiveness, and you know, you good. You know, Christmas time you could drink. I had the wrong perceptions of what you could do, you know, in a religion, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think that dudes the follower things, because you follow, I think you follow people until you can say, hell no, I ain't doing that. I just don't think a guy from Marcy Projects, a guy that made almost $1 million, over $1 million in the streets, a guy that wrestled around certain things, had an ignorant fetish for this. Now, when the media take notes and say, well, he messed it with Aaliyah when she was young and Foxy Brown when she was young, I'm here to tell you. I'm not telling you that it was right, and I'm damn sure not telling you that it was wrong. To each his own. I'm a guy that went to high school. I went to high school, got kicked out my 12th grade year. Man, yo, bro, when I was in the 12th grade, bro, I'm gonna say the 10th grade, bro, dudes, older dudes from the neighborhood that was 24, 25 years old was pulling up, picking up 16 and 17-year-old girls, bro, and they loved it. They loved it. Us guys, certain guys in high school wasn't mature. Dudes ain't have cars, and girls went with dude. Like it wasn't. I just start like at 16 and up. Like it wasn't frowned upon the way that it's frowned upon now. Like, you know, my grandmother, like, she had 12 kids, and I'm quite sure my grandfather was older than her. Like, it just was something that was going on. Like, if you say this about Jay-Z, right? And you say that about Jay-Z, let me cook, right? You say this about Jay-Z, you say that about Jay-Z, right? But why nobody say nothing to Hugh Hefner? Let me cook. Why nobody's crucifying Hugh Hefner? Hugh Hefner was 80 years old, marrying 18-year-old girls. 80 years old, 70, 50 years old. Bro, let me I have to do this, y'all. Good evening. How old was Hugh Hefner when he passed away? Okay. He was 91 years old when he passed away in 2017. How old was his wife? Now listen to this. Hold up. Let me cook. Let me cook. Hugh Hefner was 91 years old when he passed away in 2017. When Hugh Hefner passed away in 2017 at the age of 91, his wife Crystal Hefner was 31 years old. She was born April the 29th, 1986. How old was Crystal Hefner when she married Hugh Hefner? She was 26 years old. How old was Hugh Hefner youngest wife? So Hugh Hefner married a 26-year-old at 86 years old, right? 86 years old. How old was the youngest girl that was on Playboy magazine? No, no, my specific question is that Hugh Hefner had a lot of 18-year-old girls in his Playboy mansion when he was well over 80, correct? So here it is. My chat GTP is talking to me, and they basically telling me, yo, it was big controversy over this. An 86-year-old man married a 26-year-old woman. Now, let that would be Bill Cosby if he married a 26-year-old woman. Like, you don't see nothing wrong with that, even though she laid legal and she can do what she want to do. You don't see nothing wrong with that. 36, 46, 56, 66, 76, 86. A 50-year age difference. What I'm saying is, rest in peace, Hugh Hefner. But what I'm saying is, the man, you soon as you turn 18, you could be naked on a Playboy magazine. True shit. So I'm just saying, like, come on, bro. And we know good and goddamn well some of them girls pulled the fake ID game. All I'm saying is that, bro, like, because they always throw a lid and Foxy Brown in this. Like, they always throw a lid and Foxy Brown in the middle of this. Like, bruh, young teenage girls, 16, 17, 18, 19 years old, is my point, dealt with older guys. Now, if it's by choice, I don't see the big difference in it. They say, oh, Foxy Brown was 16, JAYZ was 27. 17, he was 27. Okay. You know what I mean? All right. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you it's right. I never did it. I never did it at 27, but I'm just telling you, bro, that it just wasn't frowned upon like people frown upon. It's a difference if this 20-some-year-old man was vaping this girl. Back then, my grandma used to say it the best. Little girls think they too grown. They think they grown. So Foxy Brown and Liz thought they was grown. They be making grown women and choices. You know what I mean? That's a parent thing, bro. We don't have a father that put his foot down or a fucking uncle that put his foot down. That be the problem. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say though, bro, these rock and roll stars, these country singers, man, these people in these motherfucking high places been doing these wild shit. Why you just want to find somebody and just throw them in here? Like, I don't understand that, bro. But I'm about to do some research because there was a lot of these conspiracy theory guys. And y'all, I'm still just moving in and getting set up, so I don't have no mics hooked up on me, so I can hope you can hear this. But that's the truth of the matter, man. That's the truth of the matter. I'm just speaking on this because it bothered me, and this is really for black people. Like, bruh, like, come on, like they everybody's like, oh, it looked fishy because the shade room took it down. No, Jay Z and the Rock Nation boys reached out the shade room and asked him, "What the fuck is you doing?" These are serious allegations against a weird dude that these people trying to put him in there. I believe that people that dealt with Epstein, did business with Epstein, probably kick it with Epstein, but everybody wasn't involved in Jeffrey Epstein lifestyle and what he does. Yo, you know killers, you know pimps, you know Max, you know scam artists, you know different people that do different shit, but they ain't all you not always into what they doing. If you work in a hospital, you work at McDonald's, you run, yo, bro. People that work in the fast food business run across the worst people in the world consistently. But that doesn't mean that, oh, this guy coming here, he gets his coffee today. That doesn't mean that I'm on his island into what he into. You get what I'm saying? You know what they say about serial killers? They be having normal life. People that do crazy serial crimes be having normal life and come off to people as normal people. So if you see me with Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, or Diddy, or R. Kelly, that's not saying that I'm into what they into. At the time he was dealing with R. Kelly, he was the hottest dude in the world. They made best of both worlds, bro. How R. Kelly was hot, Jay was on the come up. Diddy, he's a New York dude, bro. We alley hooping it. The dude Harvey Weinstein, he's supposed to trying to do something with the movie. Jeffrey Epstein, I don't know why. You know what I mean? Jay-Z's a businessman. I don't know what's going on in the corporate office, but when you get up top, you know this dude a weirdo. Dudes do big business with weirdos because they're not involved in their personal life. If dudes didn't do business with weirdos and dudes that you see later on in the news, the world wouldn't go around. That's all I'm saying. They throwing a man under the bus. I don't believe that Jay-Z was out here doing nothing with no kids, doing janky business, cutting throats and doing shit like that in the business, I believe. But messing around with kids, I'll never believe it. I never believe it. I'm not about to let y'all play on hip hop top like that because this is like destroying the culture music for what's the agenda next. Like you start getting rid of it's like the older guys in your neighborhood. You start damaging the character of the older people in our neighborhood that been doing shit, then what's next? Who do you want to bring in? What are you trying to block out? You know what I mean? Like, okay, you and Epstein's files, it's millions of files. He texting people. I don't know, like, what is they saying? What is they saying? Like, come on, y'all. Like, bro, I'm just not so quick to give up on my people like that, bro. I'm just not, bro. I'm just not the first dude. I'm not the type of dude that want to jump the gun. Like, come on, bro. The Duval Johnson, like, told me the man got $200 million head on the seat. Like, come on, bro. These, and it's just be these. Why you? How do you know that? What are your thoughts about this? Everything that's going on with JC right now. This Umar Johnson.
JZ situation. Here's what I believe. Here's what I believe. Bill Cosby was falsely arrested, or shall I say, unjustifiably arrested in September of 2018, right? Allegedly, a whole bunch of ugly old white women came together and remembered that he sexually harassed them 40 years ago. Nonsense. No white woman is waiting 40 years to tell him a rich ass black man. Remember, at the time, Bill Cosby is what Denzel is now. You understand me? Bill Cosby was the man back then.
I like that. I like that.
Top of his game.
Hold up. I like that. What you said. I like that. Now here we go. Now we talking. Now we talking. What you just said. You're absolutely correct. He has no power. That is my point. He has no power like that. The power that they have is within the music. Jay-Z ain't dropped the album in years. Like, it's like, all right, we throw him under the bus. Like, they throwing under the bus to reveal the names that they don't want revealed. You know what I mean? I just don't believe that these guys was a part of this sick shit. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, man, I'm keeping it real with y'all. Let me cook, right? If I'm Jay-Z let's put the two together. Let's do the two iconic guys. Let's do two guys. Let's do three guys. Let's do the big guys. Diddy, Jay-Z, and Jay Prince. Right? These three guys. I already break the three guys down, man. Cook, screen recorders, the three guys. You have a dude that went to college, enjoy big parties, enjoy big gatherings, and enjoy this shit. Like real shit, enjoy partying. So because a guy like Diddy, it doesn't have a street background, doesn't have none of that, has coming up with his parents, just being a creative person, you know what I'm saying? Fishing his way to the top. So when you go to college, you're introduced to another world. College breeds some of the well-educated black people in the world, but the black people and white people in all cultures have some wild college stories to tell you. This is a guy. So when I think about Puff, I think about wild parties because he comes from that. I think about drunk nights and drugs and just having a good time the way you do it because he went to Howard. You know what I'm saying? He's a music executive. That's what music and entertainment is around. That's Diddy. So I could see him getting caught up in some shit with some girls, whether it's true or false. I could see somebody because he just like to have fun, spend his money, laugh, giggle. That's the type of guy he is. You got Jay-Z, Marcy Prada, Projects, you know what I mean? Bricks of drugs. You get what I'm saying? Murders, killings, robberies, pimping, macking. You get what I'm saying? He has a mother. He got two sisters. You get what I'm saying? He been in the trenches. He just like a regular dude, regular New York dude, hitting the road. You know what I'm saying? When they party, they standing against the wall. There ain't no real man. The chicks is leaving, bro. We y'all leaving with us, man. Y'all in a hotel, man, drinking, smoking, man. We gonna do what we gotta do. We out of there. We not partying 2, 3 days with y'all. You understand what I'm saying? This ain't no 3-day party. We gotta go. This is, man, as soon as I bust, man, wipe myself off and I'm out of there. Then you have a guy like Jay Prince, straight solid individual. He ain't even messing around with no chicks that's playing no games. Like that ain't what's going on. That's a three different caliber of men right there. So you could put Diddy on, oh shit, man. Somebody got, for instance, it might not even be him, but some girl got a Mickey slipped in her drink at his party. He's a party animal. The boy Jay doesn't come off as a party animal. You gotta know Diddy on the dance floor, Hovian with dudes in the corner playing a cup, popping bottles. Boy Jay Z and Jay Prince, they looking at the crowd. They not in the crowd. They ain't on the dance floor like that. There ain't no dance floor form. You get what I'm saying? This was with foot tables. Dudes playing the wall and watching their surroundings. Puff in the crowd, mingling with the people. It's different type of people for that. It's different type of people for that. I'm just being honest with you. It's different type of people for that. So when I was breaking that down, the dude's like, yo, come on, yo, Jay from the projects, bro. Like, I'm not saying it's weirdos in the projects that do weirdo shit. True indeed, from the projects, the black box, in the suburban areas. But I'm saying, what's the chances of getting dudes that chasing a bunch of money illegally, thinking they gonna get in a mix caught up with women that could report them? Like, you can't get caught up and go to jail when you a street guy for that type of stuff. But you see college dudes get caught up in that type of shit all the time, bro. Just had some frat dudes all in the basement tied up. The dudes get caught up in weird shit all the time. Not just saying every college people do that, but I'm just saying you can separate a party animal from a dude that go party. See? There's a difference from a party animal and dudes that go party. Jay-Z and Jay Prince, they go party. They go there to make connections, not there to dance floor. You know what I mean? The freaks gonna follow. We ain't chasing them. Diddy and his crew, they chasing them. Pretty Boy, Mason, them. They chasing. I'm not saying Mason, them had nothing to do with that, but I'm just saying the different type of dudes, yo. That's what I'm saying. I just don't believe it. You know what I mean? I just don't believe it. But let's go.
Oh shoot, innocent white woman. And you don't tell nobody for 40 years. Not only one of you, it's like 30 of them. And then all of a sudden they get this epiphany all at once. Their white ancestors came and said, stand and go tell. And they all came out at one time. Bill Cosby got locked up because him and his wife didn't want to let the second largest oil company in the world drill under their Massachusetts home. They wanted oil. Cosby and Camille led the crusade by the neighborhood association to not let them drill. They decided to get him arrested because they felt that they could bankrupt him through legal fees, which would force him to sell the house. They get access to the drilling. That's why Cosby went to jail. So that's 18. R. Kelly is convicted in Brooklyn, September of 2021, and again in Chicago, September 2022. Right?
He did that shit.
He may have, but that's not why he's in jail. No, because we never going to defend pedophilia, right? Or abuse. Right. That ain't why he in there, because that's what they do in Hollywood. That don't make it right. Okay. But that means that's not why you're there, because if that's why you're there, they should all be there. Right? Right. R. Kelly didn't want to sell his masters. That's why he got locked up. Now, if Bill Cosby's in jail, if R. Kelly's in jail, why did New York City City Council decide to create this gender-based violence protection initiative, which already existed, but they added a 2-year window out of the blue? Out of the blue. The law been around since 2000. It's a 24-year-old law. 2 years ago, it's been around 22 years. And y'all say if there's any woman in New York City who's ever been sexually harassed, abused by any man at any time in your life, you have from March 1st of 2023 to March 1st of 2025 to bring a civil suit. No statute of limitations. If Bill Cosby is already locked up, if R. Kelly is already locked up, if Harvey Weinstein is already locked up, why did they come up with that law? In my opinion, they came up with that law to take down Sean Carter and Sean Combs. That was the puffy JAYZ deal. It wasn't necessary. Why? Why? Weinstein's in jail. R. Kelly's in jail. Bill Cosby's in jail. Why do y'all need to come up with a 2-year window that let women go all the way back in time and accuse any man they know? And mind you, you can't bring a criminal suit. It's only for money. Come on. That tells me you only made this rule to go after rich people. Black celebrities, bro. That was the Carter Combs law. That's what I call it.
When JAYZ says he's not P. Diddy's friend.
Wow. Now, let's look at that both ways.
Okay.
When Sean Carter said that him and Sean Combs were never friends, that could be looked at a couple different ways. Okay. On one way, it can be a mafia thing where we know we buttons, but I can't afford to catch none of your heat. I think that's what it was. On camera, I'm gonna tell them I don't mess with you, but off camera we still brothers, because I can't afford to go.
Hey, what's up? Whiskey Monster Mommy. Yeah. After Umar goes crazy, and he exposed that JAYZ said that he and Sean Combs is not friends. Everyone know that Diddy and JAYZ are best friends, man. They're partner in crime. They're Bonnie and Clyde. They're two freaking ninjas, man. Always on the freaking timing. Dr. Umar is on his Martin Luther King shit, man. He's going crazy at ninjas. That's just
now, what I will say this is, now that made sense what Umar said. I don't agree with a lot what Umar said, but you know what I mean? If you're man in some heat, like, you know what I'm saying, some heat, like the heat that Diddy was in, you know, I wouldn't turn my back on my man, but you know, I can't publicly be in this, especially if my closet not clean. So I couldn't even not, you know that. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest.
Agreement. We're gonna act like we enemies in public, but I got your back in private. So I don't want to jump to conclusion. Now, if what he said is what it is, that's bad. Because everybody know y'all was homies. Everybody know y'all hung out. Everybody know there's a relationship there. But maybe they fell out before Puff got hit. You see what I'm saying? Maybe their relationship went south before Puff got hit with the accusation. Maybe this is not JAYZ throwing him under the bus because of the crimes he's being accused of. It could very well be that their relationship went south. But to say y'all was never, like I said, I'm going to take the high road. And I'm going to say Combs and Carter have an agreement that we ain't friends in public because I might need your help in private.
The alleged allegation against Jay pertains to this 13-year-old girl back in 2000. We don't know what's true. It's all allegedly. However, why do you think no one is questioning the story of why this 13-year-old girl was in these places and spaces at this time by themselves? Why is that not a topic of discussion?
That's my
Whether
thing.
he did it or not,
Yeah.
doesn't make him innocent or guilty. Why is no one saying, well, what was this girl doing alone there in that space?
And that's my point too. Like, people act like, girl, like, bro, I got a baby face. I'm over 40, right? And when I was 21, I used to still get caught. But I know good goddamn well girls that was 16, 15, 16, 17. They from around my neighborhood. They never got caught. They never got caught. You know what I mean? Like, full figure woman with brick bodies. They never got caught, bro. They never got caught, bro. They never got caught. I could see if it was a kiddie disco and a bunch of grown men in there dancing with kids. That's a problem. But man, I'm let them cook.
She did this. She said her friend drove her 5 hours. I'm driven to Rochester. Frederick Douglass is doing this. So I visit Rochester regular. A 13-year-old girl got a ride from her friend from Rochester, New York to Radio City Music Hall. And the father don't remember ever picking his daughter up after she got sexually assaulted by the two biggest names in hip hop.
Wow. Why do you think? Because once you get so much money, right?
Uh-huh.
I heard the only thing that beats racism is capitalism. So once you get to a certain threshold of money, it's like, why assassinate the character of a Puffy or a JAYZ? What is the significance of it?
Well, first of all, capitalism cannot beat racism because racism invented capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
White people are serious about power. Black people are serious about money. Mm-hmm. It's the big difference between us. This is why a white man could be worth $10 billion. You will never know it. You will never know it. A black man will be worth $10, and you think he's worth $10 billion. Right?
Right.
So white people are about control. You see, control. Black people want to own things. White people want to own situations. Power bucks money every day of the week. When we hear Negroes say the only thing matter is green power, that's a politically uneducated Negro. The question is, who makes the green money? Who has the power to print the money? Power runs this world, not money. Money don't mean nothing. Because when you got power, you can get anything you want. You don't even need money if you got power.
Yeah.
Because you can make people do. Think about the bully in lunch, right? You in the lunchroom. You got your bling on, you got your money, your Jordans, right? The bully ain't got nothing. But guess what? He gonna leave the lunchroom with jewelry, Jordans, lunch. Why? Because the person with power can get anything they want.
Yeah.
White people are in pursuit of power. Black people in pursuit of things.
Now, I would say that you command a lot of power.
Mm-hmm.
I would even.
That's a real thing. You know, that's a real thing. That made me think. We command things. We don't command power. And that's one thing that, you know, I agree 100% with that with Dr. Umar. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's structure in that. Like, look at the situation with like Jim Jones and 50 Cent. You know what I mean? Like, look at the situation with Jim Jones and 50 Cent. Now, Jim Jones, you have to admit, like, you know what I mean, with Jim, you gotta admit, a dude that went from a hype man, you know, that worked his way up. You know, Jim makes good music, bro. Jim always been in the spotlight. My thing is, when 50 Cent was smiling with the Asian guy, and you went and did business. I don't know if it's true or false, and you went and did business to make another black man. You know, Jim went in there, or I'm gonna give you 50% of the company. They work something out, you know, where he get the building. He's going in there, he's constructing the building, putting the budget together, and then 50, you know, they get into a beef, you know, world war, whatever, and he takes the trolling beyond normal. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is you doing? 50, like, you put out the Diddy documentary. You did the shit with Ti. You doing the shit to Jim and them. I'm like, yo, This is destroying the culture. Jewish people don't do it. Foreigners don't do it. Nobody does this to each other but black people. You know, the Italians don't do it. Like, bruh, you doing you doing too much. And like I said, I'm a 50 Cent fan, Jay-Z fan. I'm a fan of the culture. I don't have to keep saying what I like. I'm a fan of the culture. I like music. I like entertainment. And these are some big names in the world. Now, with Jim Jones, man, he's a regular guy. You get what I'm saying? Making some money. We know Jimmy ain't had, everything and all the big but we seen a hustler. So I look at it, damn, Jim Jones opened up a studio. It looked like a block in there. He creating some type of money for himself. People gonna book the shit is in New York. Shit, nigga. I'm keeping it a buck. I'm thinking like, man, shit, when I'm in New York and trying to shoot the podcast, man, I'm trying to go up there, man, spend a couple hours and jump up in gym shit. That shit look good up in there. Shoot some episodes and shit. I know it's probably a good price and at least I'll be able to get one episode in. But then I see Jim, kicking the door, doing this. I see the man saying, "Oh shit, like this and they kicked out of the studio and all this crazy shit." And then I see 50, trolling with the guy, and I say, "Come on, Fifth, like yo, it's dudes out here in the world that I don't fuck with. I don't give two fucks about them. I don't personally." But I don't want to. If you found the way to take care of your family and you eating and you doing something, I'm not trying to get in your personal space. I'm not trying to baller block you, and that's what it is, bro. It becomes a form of hate, like hatred, like don't want to see the next man win, and I think that's a terrible thing. I think that's a terrible thing. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a terrible thing. So I think 50 Cent should. I think it's wrong. Bismillah. I think it's wrong what he doing, bro. I'm just being a man about it. You know what I mean? I think it's wrong. Even I ain't like Jim Jones. I went and played with the studio and shit like that. And I damn sure wouldn't be smiling in the face of the Asian. Wouldn't. Real shit. But 50 Cent, that's some sucker ass shit. And then academic boggled up and put his 2 cents in it. But it's all is bringing each other down. As black men, bringing each other down. I get when you don't fuck with nobody, you talk your shit, you battle, but getting in the way of the way a dude feed his family is crazy to me. Especially when y'all ain't got no real beefs. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all don't have no real beef, but like yo, you trolling on the internet, you smiling with the owner playing games, like I don't understand. And Jim, I don't know his situation with the rent. I don't know his situation with that, but when it came into play, business wise, Jim been in the game for a long time, and I fuck with Jim. You know what I'm saying? Like I fuck with 50. I'm just giving my own opinion. I feel like Jim, your business should be in order to where as though nobody can play with you like that. That's just law right there. Your business should be in order where he can't even play with you like that. Where he can't even know nothing like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because that game, that trolling game that they play up in New York is serious. I ain't gonna lie. That trolling game in New York is serious. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This buffalo chicken dip is amazing. Thank you, baby. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. This buffalo chicken so good, almost got me off topic. I'm trying to smash and then get back on topic. But the trolling must stop. Even with the Uncle Murder and Tony Yayo situation on the plane, I thought that was kind of corny for grown people. You know what I mean? I felt like that's kind of corny for grown people. I'm just being honest, yo. Like these niggas is over 40. Like you see Ja Rule, I wouldn't even whatever's going down. I wouldn't have had the camera out trolling them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because Uncle Murder and them say they eating duck, fried duck in Morocco. So you eating fried duck in Morocco and you making millions of dollars. Y'all flying first class. Why do you care about an op? Huh? I understand how serious the beef is, but is the beef worth going to jail? Is the beef worth going to jail? Hell no. I don't think none of them gonna go to jail. I don't think none of them want to go to jail. So if I was seeing Ja Rule and I was a part of G Unit, I would have laughed at him, and that's about it. I'd have sat in my seat, laughed at him. That's about it. That's it. The smile, the crooked smile, is more than anything, and that's how I feel. That's how I feel about it, straight up. Um, but back to the 50 Cent Jim Jones thing. I thought like Jim Jones, creating the studio, man. I thought that shit was dope as fuck, my nigga. You know what I mean? I thought that was dope as fuck. What up, Slim? But I thought that was corny as fuck. You know what I mean? I really did. I didn't think that I just don't agree with 50 Cent on that. Like that shit with Jim Jones studio and playing with that. I mean, I think that ain't something that I would do. I mean, it's like tons of things going on. Yo building a studio in Brooklyn. In the Bronx, he found the way, a good owner, the dude that owned the property. You feel me? They didn't negotiate something. I would have stayed out of that, bro. I just wouldn't have found that to need to troll because where I'm from, that shit could cause major disturbance, bro. That's like fucking with somebody way to eat. You should never do something. You should never uh put I don't think you should ever go against the grain like that. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of that shit going on, man. People like to prove on the internet to be for Eminem show, man, is dangerous out here. Real shit is dangerous, bro. It's dangerous. Hey man, look, man, if y'all in here, man, hype this video, man, up for me, man. Push this video into the algorithm. Hype this video. Hype this video, y'all. You gotta go to the comment box and scroll around, scroll down and say hype the video. Hype the video.
Person with power can get anything they want. White people are in pursuit of power. Black people in pursuit of things.
Now,
let's get back to this.
I would say that you command a lot of power.
Mm-hmm.
I would even venture to say that taking somebody like you down would be more of a loss to the Black community than taking the JAYZ down. Only because
I agree.
You speak this message you speaking. I remember being, I don't know where I was, how old I was, but I remember I heard you speak on the Breakfast Club, and you made me want to actually do something about the shit you was talking about. You was talking about what they do to Black children, how they with ADHDs, how they just misdiagnose our Black children over and over again, and what the problems that it actually causes. And it was like, man, we really just have to go through that, and it made me want to do something about it. Mm-hmm. Aren't you more dangerous? Do you feel like you're in danger? Do you ever feel like your life is in danger because I think
every Black man in America is in danger and a potential political prisoner? Am I being watched? I am, because I was told that by FBI agents who are supporters of mine. They pulled me to the side and say, they're watching you. Don't get paranoid, because if they don't find nothing on you, they will make it up anyway.
That's some real shit.
I had an old lady, a senior, an elder. She came up to me. I spoke at a graduation in Philly, right? She's like a sweet grandmother, right? That's what she told me. She said, Dr. Umar, I'm an FBI agent. She said, you would never know what you're like the sweetest old grandma. Like, she just made some sweet potato pie. And she said, you need to be careful because they will send the type of people they know you will trust. And I trust elders. So I got to be careful with the elders.
Have they ever tried to send the white woman?
Nah. But they will use the white woman on everybody else, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, they going to send the white woman on me. See, here's the thing that I wanted to say to that. So they watch, right? But they don't. Mobilize against you until you start moving the people. Like her.
Man, Cat Williams tripping out whatever it is. You know, I'm trying to see speed. Though I ain't got all my shit hooked up, y'all, so I'm a little slow on the timing. Forgive me, man. I gotta get back in the game. Hey. Boy Epstein, man. Boy Epstein, they say he ain't dead, bro. That's what I heard. I heard Jeffrey Epstein ain't dead.
What essentially he did? He was there in 1996. We are producing more than 3 million pages.
This is what
essentially he did. He was there in 1996. We are producing more than 3 million pages. As soon as he was naming the Epstein files, they're going to take all the posts down and everything. She hashtagged it. Chopped, threaded.
JAYZ just got caught up and hit with some disgusting allegations tied to the biggest trafficking ring happening right now. JAYZ, Pusha T, and some very powerful men has just been named in the Epstein files. The internet is going nuts. The Department of Justice just dropped 3 million pages and 2,000 videos of evidence against everybody accused of participating in sex parties on the Epstein list. And the stuff that was found on these documents are wild.
Tonight, the Department of Justice releasing their final batch of files.
The millions of newly released Justice Department records
Connected to the late convicted defender Jeffrey Epstein.
They include Epstein's messages with powerful men.
Today, we are producing more than 3 million pages, including more than 2,000 videos and 180,000 images.
People on the internet are now trying to cancel JAYZ and Beyonce over these allegations. And I know JAYZ gotta be pissed right now because nobody want to be tied to the Epstein files.
Right.
People are saying JAYZ might be finished after this. But before we start this video, do me a favor, guys. Give this video to people. Saying that some more damning information about JAYZ is about to come out.
Nikki says your favorite artist has been practicing the rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and mutilate and kill them as a form of a blood sacrifice to their god. When your master is Satan, he must constantly shed blood. The destruction that's about to come down on him isn't funny. I told y'all. She says, imagine if a 30-year-old rapper was out there with a 16-year-old in this day and age and how y'all would have had his head on a platter. Then she says, what in the and she hashtagged it child predator.
In the Epstein files, an anonymous woman claims she was abducted, drugged, and allegedly woke up naked to find JAYZ and Harvey Weinstein in bed with her. She claims that she was abducted and violated by powerful rich men, including JAYZ, from the late 90s all the way to the early 2000s, to which she alleged the rapper Pusha T got involved as a handler, as these rich men would have her, drug her so that she wouldn't know what was happening, and sent her back to the streets. And this is according to a police report that was filed in 2019. But now that the documents are released, some people are saying that JAYZ might be innocent. And even the singer Lizzo just came out defending JAYZ, saying something don't add up.
The media is so smart. They're going to make you so distracted with celebrity names that you're not going to focus on the problem. You think every party that Diddy ever threw was a freak off and people were fucking and slipping and sliding on baby oil? No. That man had birthday parties. That man had Easter gatherings. That man had Super Bowl parties. That man had Christmas parties, Halloween parties, regular parties. The American people in the comments, I knew she was wrong. JAYZ, I knew he was. What did it say JAYZ did? He was there in 1996. Come on, people. Like, y'all are falling for it. It's the easiest, oldest trick in the book. And honestly, I'm losing faith in the average intelligence of the American person. Because, come on.
Right.
Just
That's what I was saying.
it's mentioned in a 3 million document file of a person's life who's been lived over crimes that spanned decades. Doesn't mean that every single person is an accomplice. He could be mentioned. He referenced JAYZ once. He was like, "Oh, we could learn from JAYZ's business model." Why are y'all? Where's the crime?
But even though the JAYZ rumors are unproven and are just allegations right now, people still don't care. There are people who hate JAYZ so much.
That's what I said
they
earlier.
want to see him go down. And
That's
I
what I
gotta
said
say
earlier.
this, if Rock Nation is watching this, I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So before I play this next clip, JAYZ and Rock Nation, please don't send no black trucks after me, okay? I'm just reporting the news. And people are saying right now that JAYZ's downfall might be bigger than Diddy's.
Y'all thought the downfall of Diddy was something. The downfall of JAYZ is going to be something. JAYZ is working overtime right now to make sure his empire won't crumble apart. Because we don't want to act like he wasn't even in the Epstein files. Hello? As soon as he was naming the Epstein files, they're gonna take all the posts down and everything. He probably seen it and made some calls and like, nah, get that shit removed right now, right now, right now. Sending mad bread out, sending mad money out. Like, Whatever is done in the dark will come to the light.
Rumors have surfaced online that Jay-Z allegedly deleted everything now that those Epstein files leaked.
JAYZ apparently wiped his Instagram account after being named in the files.
Dang,
Wow! Oh, wow! It's a marketing thing? Really? What's he marketing himself for?
Some people believe what's in the Epstein files, and some people simply don't believe it. People are now questioning the victim's story, and this whole thing is leaving a lot of people confused.
Well, Jay-Z and Pusha T are on the Epstein files, and people are not trying to keep the same energy saying it's cap. Nah. Y'all said we believe in everything on the Epstein files. Which one is it? The woman on the files claims that Pusha T and Harvey Weinstein attended a party with her, and then they proceeded to give her that Bill Cosby. I have people on social media saying, no. They believe everything about Elon and Bill Gates, but they won't believe anything when it comes to Pusha T and Jay-Z, saying that it had to be planted. While others are saying that how are we going to believe some victims and not all victims on the Epstein files?
Man, it seems like every year something new with Jay-Z's name attached to it keep popping up. And man, we've been hearing about Jay-Z's alleged downfall ever since Jaguar Wright and a couple of Diddy's bodyguards been going on the internet sharing private information and secret stories. And man, look, people keep naming Jay-Z, man. We saw that one lawsuit that got tossed out when that one girl accused Jay-Z of raping her at the MTV Awards, and she came out to not be telling the truth.
Right.
So we're going to have to see what's going on with this new allegation. Now, some people believe it, some people don't believe it. But the simple fact of the matter is, some people are saying that the woman's story saying that Pusha T was a handler in 2006 or 2007, a lot of people are saying that Pusha T wasn't even a big rapper back then, that he was still like a low-list, low-tier rapper. So some people was saying that, look, man, this lady's story might not add up. However, like I always say, guys, everything is going to have to come out in court. And look, they're going to have to provide some evidence. But I do know this Epstein file has dropped, and a lot of big-name celebrities and very powerful rich men is on that list. And look, they got videos, they got photos, they got all types of documents about these powerful rich guys doing some creepy things on that Epstein Island, man. Look, they even alleging that Bill Gates and his wife had a freak off, and Bill Gates was allegedly asking Epstein for STD pills because his wife caught an STD allegedly from one of the prostitutes or whoever they was messing with, man. This whole thing is diabolical, and it's turning Hollywood on its head. Not just Hollywood, it is turning the government on its head because there are some very powerful people that's named on this Epstein. What you think about this situation, guys? Do y'all believe with this lady?
I'm just saying, I believe, like I said, man, I believe that, Jay-Z, like, and Puff and dudes on a certain level been getting money for so long that this is, when you put kids and women involved, that's the way that they go at your pockets the worst way. I don't believe it. You get what I'm saying? Just like I didn't believe everything that people were saying and that the media was saying about Diddy. I reported a bunch of episodes on. I just didn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? And the trial proved it. You know what I mean? But with the Jay-Z thing, man, I feel like too many people are just casting judgment, and it's certain shit your name shouldn't pop up in. But when you getting that type of money, it could pop up in. Like I said, I don't believe it's no Illuminati shit. That's what we're gonna take off the table. Illuminati, learn what that is and know what that is and get an understanding and just know that the money that the entertainment field got is chump change. You get what I'm saying? It's chump change. Like, bro, you don't even know who the owner of CBS is, who the owner of Fox is, who the owner of St. Clair is. You don't fucking know. You would never know. You get what I'm saying? You would never know. You know what I'm saying? You would never know. But our heroes that came up from nothing, where it just would, just to have a life like Jay-Z and Jay Prince and Diddy and all the above, bro. 50 Cent, you get what I'm saying? Ja Rule, to have them type of lives, bro. To have that type of money, you rub shoulders with a lot of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's in anything you do. Whatever hustle in or whatever trade you got, you rub shoulders with a lot of motherfuckers, bro. And that doesn't mean that you were engaging in what that motherfucker was engaging in. We all have friends and family, bro, that we love and we holler at and we kick it with, but we don't engage what they engage in. You get what I'm saying? And we don't know everything that a person engage in. I know everything that my girlfriend engage in. She know everything I engage in because we live together. That makes sense. I got friends I could tell you, bro, my man don't be on that, but it's 8, 15 hours of the day that I don't even see a nigga. You understand what I'm saying? You don't see your man, your mother. You don't know what people doing. You don't know what people get involved in. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not, just because this man is a weirdo, bro. I don't mean that I'm involved in his weirdo actions. You get what I'm saying? Like the guy just said on the news block, they just said he was mentioning some business shit. Now the girl saying it's just so much shit in it. Where is the black and white at? You know what I mean? Show me where they say this at and who is the victim, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it is so much, but y'all naming everybody. You know what I mean? One thing about me is put everybody's name on the table and everybody that we know. But what about the names y'all ain't put on the table? What about the motherfuckers that was really doing something? What do y'all think about that? What about all right? You put JAYZ and Pusha T, you saying this and that, and like they said, in '07, Pusha T not even getting the type of money that Jeffrey Epstein was getting. What will make you think Pusha will one platinum record that he dropped with his brother, and after him and his brother kind of like parting ways, and they got a whole drug distribution, going on with their man. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole bunch of shit going on. How the fuck did he get to the top like that? You know what I'm saying? That makes sense what she said. Like, what's to say? How he get to the top to just hang out with these big guys? And I ain't lied, if he was hanging out with the way Pusha talk, man, for them niggas to be doing that weirdo shit, bro, they need that work. What JAYZ and Pusha known for? Ain't nobody gonna remember. Ain't nobody gonna talk about that. Ain't nobody gonna talk about that. What is JAYZ and Pusha T known for? What's their music about? That work. So I feel like if Pusha T was on the Weinstein files, he probably was taking them niggas what they needed. That motherfucking nose candy back then. You know what I mean? Like you don't know. You don't know, man. I just don't believe that everybody was engaging in what those people was engaging in. I'm just being a man about it, bro. Like I just don't believe that, bro. I don't believe that Jay and them niggas was doing that shit because and then this type of nigga they saying he was putting hitting cameras in rooms. Now I mean this douchebag was putting hitting cameras in rooms, like you feel me? Like, man, come on, bro. Dudes come from the streets, bro. Like dudes come from the streets, bro. You don't get that much money and be that stupid. That's what I'm saying. How about that? How about that? You don't get that much money and get that far in business and be that stupid and be that sloppy. I don't care, bro. I don't care, bro. I don't believe the allegations, just like I didn't believe all the allegations with Diddy. You know what I mean? What you saying, the domestic shit with him and Cassie, man, I believe that all. All them freak offs and people was held beyond their will and getting super drug. Hell no. I just a person that party. I'm a person that been in the streets. I'm a person that hang out. I know when people engage in ecstasy, I seen people engage in coke. I seen people engage in bunch of shit at parties, bro. I seen people get down for the get down. I'm just being honest with you. I just seen people get down for the get down. I didn't see nobody getting charged or, every motherfucker body talking about how much of a good time he had. Like, you can't blame factors. You just can't go around thinking everything was, what you think. You know what I'm saying? To a square, a certain party gonna look crazy to him anyway. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm saying that, I don't believe it. My personal opinion, I don't believe it. I'm all over the place with the topic. I just don't believe it, bro. That's just when everybody hates JAYZ. And I believe most importantly is the white people, in high places just don't believe that he deserve and talk his shit the way he do, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like Uncle Roller say, man, Roland Martin, man. Like he say, man, it's all about the money. Follow the money. That's the realest shit I can tell you. Nobody said, "Oh, these guys making millions of dollars," and people just hate on them. Nobody gonna say that. You know why nobody gonna say that? Because nobody gives a fuck. Everybody just gonna go with the hot news, and the hot news against your people. Oh, come on. Did you know the Supreme Court just voted against the tariffs and said that wasn't right? That Donald Trump imposing them tariffs on them big countries and big businesses. They'll never talk about that. Now he gotta get them people their money back. All the great money we got from the tariff. So is that what you talking about? They don't even talk about certain shit. And that's the truth. It's bigger cases, it's bigger fish to fry. The midterm elections coming up. What y'all think gonna happen? But that's neither here or there. But that's why I'm sticking to my guns. I'm sticking to my guns with it. I couldn't even lie to you. I'm sticking to my guns with it. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I just do not believe it, buddy. I got that this floor to tomorrow. I just don't believe it, man. You know, I just feel like it's just too much, man. I just don't believe it, bro. I don't believe it. I don't I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That's just the truth of the matter. I don't believe that them guys was fornicating with you know, underage girls and drugging them and doing all that wild stuff. I don't believe it. But what else we got going on? Academic, he went crazy. I got now. Everybody know. You look at the wall. I got my man Jay up there. You know what I mean? I got my man Jay on the wall. I got my man Kanye on the wall. You know what I mean? I got Wayne on the wall. I got hip hop on the wall, bro. I got hip hop on the wall, bro. You know what I mean? It's hip hop on the wall, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got great people on the hip hop wall. I do, bro. True indeed. I have great people on the hip hop wall. But what I'm saying to you is, you know, I'm a hip hop head. And because I'm a hip hop head, I don't believe that shit about hip hop. Because as you see, I'm a hip hop guy. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? And Jay up there, Kanye. I gotta hear this shit from Kanye. Come on. I ain't hear this.
Oh, so how the fuck they gonna stand up? White people. You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because you love Jay-Z's music so much. You love pushing music so much, right? But you think they would ever, oh, y'all say like that's just for somebody else? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You think they would ever tell the truth? No, they told the truth, right? They go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So you have liars. Yeah. Liars are now the face of our culture. What was done to him was a huge injustice, and I think people see his story and realize, like, man, this is going on. This is not like one case that happened. This is happening a lot for people, you know, especially places where I come from, in the boroughs and Marcy projects and Bronx and Brooklyn and all these places. So it's very important, this story.
Come to find out, Jay-Z, Jigga was supposed to be the one blew the whistle on the whole ordeal.
on the whole ordeal, the fact that they was having these underground secretive meetings. Hold on. So basically what you trying to say that I ain't trying to say a motherfucker thing. I just said it, nigga. Fuck you mean what I'm trying to say. That's what you goddamn interviewee. I ain't trying to say shit. I said Jigga blew the whistle. He snitched. He told him we would have told them people, man. And all hell broke loose. And then from that point on, all 5 of them companies.
Sean Carter is just as bad as the Diddler. And I know that's for a fact. Willful ignorance and willful blindness is what makes it possible for the Diddler to do all the things that he's done to not just women, not just men, children. Children. JAYZ has too many bad friends.
So if Diddy is the diddler, who is the Joker?
The Jigga Man.
This is Jaguar right, y'all.
Oh. So wait, so
Mary J. Black?
Oh, damn.
No. 50 is the penguin on the dock.
Oh, wow.
Curtis?
Okay. So, right, so you can find them in the club.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. So let me ask you, when Pierce.
Hopefully not at Coco Pelé.
Damn.
I got somebody looking for you there.
Yeah.
I know you're tight, Curtis. You gonna fall for one of my niggas real soon. See if you figure out which one.
So
I had somebody watching your ass the second you came down to the clerk's office. Now, you might have been able to pay everybody down there to get on Facebook and lie about me and say that I was arrested for kidnapping and elderly abuse. Y'all remember when I got arrested and brought here to Dallas? So I got extra. What was it for? Kidnapping and elderly abuse?
yes.
It was for me being a fugitive.
Yeah, fugitive.
Because DJ Genesis made me a fugitive when she pretended to be Angela Owusu and broke my bond. So that King World and the Beam Team could come in and swoop in online and have me arrested as a fugitive. I was arrested as a fugitive, not for kidnapping. I don't have any of those charges. So why does everybody believe it?
What's up? This email's to Miami. Drop White goes crazy. It goes off 50 Cent and JAYZ. She said that 50 Cent is a penguin on a diet, and she knows 50 Cent type. So 50 Cent is on the gay shit. I don't believe this shit, man. Everyone be saying that Dragon White is crazy. Damn right she is. She's sick in the head, man. But she play with people like this in this industry, man. She's definitely crazy for doing this shit. But you need to watch a full video, man. That shit, subscribe. Let's get it.
So, why was it all over Facebook? Why did 50 Cent run around talking to every independent white business owner that I went to and talked to and told them about me wanting to run for mayor? Why did you go and buy them all off, Curtis?
Wait, so you did a PSA on Curtis about him and Soldier Boy.
Yeah.
On the cover.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of poking the bear there.
I'm not poking a bear. I'm saying that he's a stone. And I've spoken to 2 men he's lived in sales with, who you had sex with. Curtis. So, no, I'm not saying allegedly. And you know it.
I'm gonna do my Pierce Morgan and say he's not here to defend himself. So
no, and neither is his asshole. I'm over Curtis. I'm over Curtis.
See, now she putting dirt on 50.
Because the only reason he's kissing up to JAYZ right now, trying to manipulate the circumstances of what's supposed to happen at the Super Bowl. See, Diddy's in jail. JAYZ's used to having a wingman. You think it's going to be you? Come learn about 1031 exchange.
Yo, Jaguar, right? Now, listen, y'all just gotta go catch the interviews with her on there and let her tell you everything that she gonna tell you. Because Jaguar, right? Like, she just be talking, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, because I just like, yo, it's just too many people in our culture that just be down and playing these games, and you don't know if it's true or false. That's what make the internet so difficult, bro. Like, that's what make this thing so difficult. Me, Raw Dope, I like doing interviews, vlog, and whatever. I like to just do content, bro. But sometimes it's just because I have to cover these topics. I'm a Jay-Z fan. You see Hov on the back of the wall, bro. Hov on the wall, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z on the wall. I don't believe it. You know, I don't believe everything I heard, bro. And I believe half of what I see, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sense of everything. And it just don't make sense. You get what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. And by the way, no man, no woman, no child should be violated in any type of way. I do not support that, condone that. I do not by any means necessary. I'm a content. I'm a person that create content. You know what I mean? I do the vlogging. I do podcasting, bro. I do streaming. I do it all. So I'm never supporting no ignorance. I'm a grown man. I don't have no time to support ignorance. But I got my own opinion, dog. And my opinion is that I don't believe all this shit that they putting on these guys and these individuals. You know, some might be true and some might be false, but I think it's wrong. Overall, I think it's fucking wrong. I think we should never do that. You know, I just think it's wrong. I think it's too much. Me personally, I truly, honest believe that it's too much, and I just believe like it's just too much. And like I said, I'm a fan of Jay-Z, bro. Like, I'm a fan of all of these dudes. That's what people won't say. Like, I'm a fan of all these people that was accused of wild shit, and I don't know them personally. So when you don't know somebody personally, you know what I mean. I'm just a fan of the music, bro, and the entrepreneurship. You know what I mean? Real shit. And I'm just not one of them people who's first in line to throw my people under the gun. In my eyes, you innocent until you prove it guilty, bro. Then once you prove it guilty, you know what I mean? We on your ass. So if you prove it innocent, bro, nigga only could give you your respect and your flowers and your apology. You know what I mean? I'm just giving my own opinion. I don't know exactly why Jay-Z was in the files, but I heard it wasn't nothing serious. You know, it was people going around saying he was cleared. I don't believe it. Pusha T, I just don't believe it, bro. I don't believe it. Where did they get this information from?
Impaled herself with spikes right before she was about to sign the TDE. And her fiance, Ab Soul, threw himself off the freeway out of grief and survived. Why are all of the artists at TDE so unhappy? You got some of the best artists in the West there. Why did Kendrick Lamar feel the need to leave and start his own? And why is he able to release more records now that he's not at TDE?
So
Interesting.
let me ask you, as you're on this topic,
I'll tell you one thing, Curtis Jackson, you are a setup king. And I promise you this, any little nigga that you're enlisting to go down to New Orleans and start trouble during the Super Bowl, that will stop. That will stop. I'm sick and tired of you. And the truth is, they only like you for your money.
hold up, man. Django like running from there. That would be crazy work, man. Jay-Z or Beyonce, 50 Cent, they would have been in jail, man. Everyone would have got locked up. All of the celebs would have been in prison. There won't be a Hollywood. There won't be no more free cough. There won't be no more allegedly. It is just crazy, man. We can't keep Trevor White that chance. A lot of these ninjas would have been in jail if she got that opportunity, man. So Jay-Z and Diddy, they're some of the biggest monsters in this industry, man. I don't really know about 50 Cent, Drago White is saying that 50 Cent is gay. He was sleeping with Soldier Boy. It is just crazy, man. Sometimes I believe that shit. Because those magazines, 50 Cent looking shine as ever. That is just crazy, man. There's some crazy thing going on in this industry. And 50 Cent, I don't know if he's gay, but Drago White said that he's sleeping with a white man. That is just crazy, man. She's always on some type of agenda, always trying to end Ninja. But our main focus in this interview is about 50 Cent. Curtis, Curtis, I got you. I know that you're doing some freaky shit and some kinky shit, and I know it was your time. That is just crazy, man. So Chago White is giving us some detail on 50 Cent, but we don't got solid proof if 50 Cent is gay or not. It is just crazy. But Diddy and Jay-Z, Jay-Z needs to be in jail because he did a lot in this industry, abused underage girls, drug girls. He was involved in most of the freak off. But what? We does not got no proof of Jay-Z doing that shit. We got proof of Diddy. The Diddy.
We definitely don't got no proof of that shit. Jay, Wild, right? Kanye, them niggas be going on. They just got so many. This shit. What the hell just chunks?
Es fácil ahorrar en chiquito, you're a plural. Elige entre
It's
Jay, and that's your social my friend. Talk about that and nothing else.
But can I ask about mass incarceration? Do you think the movement
What if everything we thought we knew about Beyonce and Jay-Z's love story was a lie?
my little girl, Alex. She's about 4 now.
You mean you had a child?
Yeah.
How old were you when you had that child?
You know, billionaires, they're f***ing and eating kids. They're eating kids. They're eating kids. They're eating kids. How the f- is nobody upset? They're eating.
Because what I'm about to expose isn't just about the Epstein files. It's about how two of the biggest names in music allegedly met on that island. And the twisted deal they made that built an empire on secrets, sacrifice, and exploitation. But here's what nobody is connecting. The internet is on fire right now. Jay-Z's name is all over the Epstein files. Beyonce just lost 10 million Instagram followers in days. The NFL unfollowed Jay-Z. Apple Music unfollowed him. Rihanna unfollowed him. And both of them, they've reportedly fled to different parts of the world separately.
Beyonce and Jay-Z are in trouble. The NFL has unfollowed Jay-Z. Apple Music and Rihanna have also unfollowed Jay-Z. Beyonce and Jay-Z are the most unfollowed IG account in the last 24 hours. Jay-Z being mentioned in those Epstein files was not good. And ever since that happened, these pictures have been circulating again.
But while everyone's focused on whether Jay-Z was at some party in 1996, they're missing the real story. One that's been hiding in plain sight for over 2 decades. Because what if I told you that Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't meet at some industry party or recording studio like they have always claimed? What if they actually met at Epstein Island? And what if Beyonce wasn't just another victim, but an active participant in a dark operation that helped build both of their careers? Let me break this down for you, because once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. Everyone knows the official story. Jay-Z and Beyonce supposedly started dating around 2000, 2001. She was 19, he was 31. They kept it private. They got married in 2008. Power couple, American royalty. The end. But here's what doesn't add up.
Jay-Z at 26, but then Aaliyah at 15 and Jay-Z at 27 with a Beyonce at 16.
These photos have been circulating for years. Nobody wanted to connect the dots. Jay-Z had a pattern, and it wasn't just about dating younger women. It was about access. Access to powerful circles, access to people like Jeffrey Epstein. According to the newly released Epstein files, an anonymous woman claimed she was abducted and drugged in the late 90s to early 2000s. She alleges she woke up to find Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein in bed with her. The report was filed in 2019, but it's only now seeing the light of day.
In the Epstein files, an anonymous woman claimed she was abducted, drugged, and allegedly woke up naked to find Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein in bed with her.
Now, here's where it gets crazy. What if Beyonce was already on that island during this time? Not as a victim in the traditional sense, but as someone who was being positioned. Someone who was being groomed to become a handler herself. Let's talk about what a madame actually does in these elite circles. She's not just recruiting, she's managing. She's ensuring that the right people connect with the right people. She's building relationships. She's the glue that holds these dark networks together. And if you look at Beyonce's career trajectory, something doesn't add up. Destiny's Child was successful, sure, but the leap from girl group member to global icon, that doesn't just happen. That requires connections. That requires powerful people investing in you. That requires you offering something in return.
She says, your favorite artist has been practicing the rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other cult countries and mutilate and kill them as a form of a blood sacrifice to their god.
Nicki Minaj has been dropping bombs about this for months. She's talked about rituals. She's talked about sacrifices. She's talked about how these people operate in the shadows. And now that she's allegedly untouchable, thanks to her connection with Trump, who pardoned Desiree Perez, the CEO of Roc Nation, she's saying what everyone else is too scared to say. But let's get back to Beyonce. Imagine this scenario. Young Beyonce, maybe 16, 17 years old, is brought to Epstein Island. Maybe she was told it was a networking event. Maybe she was told it would help her career. And there she meets Jay-Z, who's already a known figure in these circles. Listen to those words again. You taught me how to be a woman. Not you loved me, not you supported me. You taught me like a mentor, like someone who was training her for a specific role. Here's what I think happened. Beyonce realized quickly that Epstein Island wasn't just about powerful men. It was about building power for yourself. She saw how these networks operated. She saw who had real influence. And she made a calculated decision. She focused on grabbing the biggest names, people who could help her build her career. Music executives, politicians, billionaires, and Jay-Z. He was her ticket to legitimizing it all. They made a deal. She would be his public face, his shield. The world's love for Beyonce would protect Jay-Z from accountability. And in return, he would give her access to everything, his label, his connections, his empire. Think about it. Why has Jay-Z never been held accountable for anything? Why does he always skate by while others fall? Because Beyonce is untouchable. And as long as she stands by him, he's untouchable too. But now, that protection is crumbling. The Epstein files don't just mention Jay-Z once. They paint a picture of a man who was deeply embedded in these circles in the late 90s and early 2000s. The exact same time Beyonce was rising to fame.
Today, we are producing more than 3 million pages, including more than 2,000 videos and 180,000 images.
3 million pages, 2,000 videos. And you're telling me there's no footage of Beyonce on that island? That in all of Epstein's documentation, she never appears? Or maybe she does appear, but under a different context. Not as a victim, but as someone who was working the room. Remember, Epstein didn't just traffic victims. He trafficked influence. He connected powerful people. He built networks. And Beyonce and Jay-Z, they were building their own network at the exact same time. Now let's talk about what's happening right now. Because Beyonce isn't stupid. She knows what's coming.
The reason why they already live a separate life is because Jay-Z's up next to be exposed. And she knows it, and he knows it too.
Storm Monroe, one of the most connected gossip insiders in the game, has been saying for months that Beyonce has been in money grab mode. And when you look at the timeline, it's undeniable. Ivy Park clothing line with Adidas, Renaissance album, world tour, movie, hair care line, Cowboy Carter album, perfume line, liquor brand, NFL halftime show, another tour. All of this in just 2 years. Even at her peak, Beyonce never moved like this. She's liquidating. She's building her own empire separate from Jay-Z because she knows the walls are closing in.
Once that comes on you, and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're going to see their publicist is gonna release something. It's gonna say, "Oh, the card has been secreted for some time."
That shit deep, bro. I'd be mad as shit if I was Jay-Z, yo. Like I'd be wanting to play that, bro, and show love to that. Salute, 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 Sop. You know what I mean? Like I can't sit here and just fathom that shit. Like now they putting Beyonce, now she's mad. I'm like, man, come on, yo. It's like one thing that Lizzo said is something else going on that they trying to just block the people, at least the black people, because real like in the world, people don't give a fuck about that shit, honestly, bro. Just people that's fans of music. Like it's more the tech world. The people in the tech world shouldn't give two fucks about this shit. But I just feel like it's certain names that's getting exposed, and it's like why they putting up the biggest people in music, at the forefront of this that'll make you know what I'm saying, that'll make your ears ring. You know what I'm saying? It's clickbait. And we, you know what I mean? We outside of that shit. I don't believe it, man. But this shit is deep with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, man. All you gotta do is go to the comment box and scroll it to the side. Hype this video up. Please hype the video. Whatever you do, just hype the video. Like just scroll, like it's gonna say comment and move, scroll like this across and hype the video. Hype the video up, man. Hype the video. But that's all I got for y'all. I don't believe this shit. Everybody hates Jay-Z. The Epstein file is bust wide open. And we waiting for the names. Like we already know all the names that they put out there, but the names that we really want to hear. You know what I'm saying? The names that we really want to hear. Please hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. Man, I'm dusting the mic off. I'm getting back to it. Studio we set up. Couple more days, man. We're gonna get to it. I'm gonna tap in with y'all tomorrow, man. Be more specific with the topics, but I had to log into that, man. Like the Jay-Z shit, I don't believe that. Everybody hates Jay-Z. Like it's just wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Jay-Z, man. I respect him as a businessman. I don't know him personally. I don't know what he do in his personal life. I don't know if this shit is true or if it's false. But one thing about me, you innocent until proven guilty. Big hold, man. Saying hold your head and you will get through this. Get your lawyers on top of this shit and get to the bottom of this. You know what I mean? Get to the bottom of this, Jay-Z. You gotta get to the bottom of this. You know what I mean? Like that's my disclaimer. Just get to the bottom of this, man. 50 Cent, man. Come on, man. Like you trolling hard, man. You going hard, man. That what you did with Jim and the whole studio. I understand y'all got beef, y'all having a troll off and all this, but that's the way the man taking care of his family, man. Like you got bigger things. You got a bunch of great things going on, man. You gotta watch. Can't throw stones if you live in a glass house, and if you got a glass jar, watch your mouth. They your words, 50 Cent. They are your words. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna get back into this and dig into this and be able to get a better presentation tomorrow. But just as me just tapping the water and just tapping in with the people. So again, please hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. Let's go.